Hey guys, it's Johnny Vinyl from the Co-oping Toward Hatred channel, and we got in the Steam Link and Steam controller today. We don't normally do unboxing videos on this channel because we don't normally get things early, but and this isn't really early. A lot of other people got theirs today too, but anyway, we're going to use this opportunity to do an unboxing. I'm also going to set it up and give you kind of a first impression, show you how it works. I imagine that there's going to be a lot of people seeing this video who aren't familiar with our channel, so I'm just going to give you a real quick. Give us a look, guys. We do a Let's Play series where we do co-op games with me and the Bear that I think are pretty damn funny. We also do a series called Gamers Gotta Wine with me and Scotty Charbonneau of the Dudes on Movies podcast, where we pick a controversial issue in gaming, talk about it, break it down, read some of the craziest reactions we can find, and then give a final verdict. So check our channel out. Hopefully you'll subscribe and enjoy it. That's the end of my pitch. Now let's get to the unboxing, and then I'll show you kind of the Steam Link in action, and controller for that matter. Alright, so let's check this out. First we're going to do the Steam Link. This box is actually pretty nice. It's got some size to it. It's got some heft to it. Feels like you're buying... Oh, son of a bitch. Feels like you're buying kind of a premium product, which hopefully I am. I don't do a lot of PC gaming. Pretty much I just play Marvel Heroes and XCOM, and I'm excited to see what else I feel like doing now with this stuff. Alright, so here's the Link itself. It's got on it the Ethernet port, a couple of USB ports, which I guess are for controllers. You can use obviously the Steam Link controller, I'm going to, as well as you can use Xbox 360 controllers, and your HDMI port, as well as your power. It seems it's small. I don't know, it seems like it'll blend in pretty well to my setup. What else we got in here? Quick start guide, product guide, and then what is in here? Probably I would assume the power cable. Well, let's make sure of that. I'm in a very, by the way, in order to get this done, I have to stand in kind of a very uncomfortable position, so I hope you guys appreciate my sacrifice. Yeah, here's your power cable. Pretty self-explanatory there. Seems like they give you an Ethernet cable, a short one. It's flat. It's kind of weird how it's flat. But that's cool. This is probably HDMI. Yep, there's your HDMI cable. I almost didn't expect them to give you... Well, I guess they'd have to give you an HDMI cable. I didn't expect them to give me an Ethernet cable. But cool. I'm glad. Now, I'm not sure what all these attachments are. Whoa. A bunch of attachments here, which I guess are for power of some kind. I don't know why you would need all three of these. I'm not sure. These are pretty strange. I'm going to have to look in the guide and figure out what these are. You guys probably know, because you guys probably do a lot more PC gaming than I do, which is almost none. Alright, let's move all this to the side and check out the controller. Whew, I had to stand up for a minute. Similar box as the Link. Hefty box, nice box. I'll probably keep the box. Use it for something else, because it is kind of nice. It's got some girth to it. Well, this is going to be, for a console guy like me, a very strange experience playing with this controller. Because, if you're not aware of this, if this is the first time you're seeing the Steam controller, you know, only the one joystick, but these are both trackpads, which are supposed to, you know, be able to simulate what it's like controlling a game with a mouse. So any game that you play on Steam, you should theoretically be able to play with this. I will have to do some testing of my own to see how that feels, especially for a game like Marvel Heroes, which is not, doesn't seem like it would be good for a controller, but we'll see, maybe it will. Got your 4 buttons here, Steam button, I'm not sure what that's going to do. Start and select. On the back side here, got 4 buttons, a port up here, probably for syncing. Yeah. And then this, it's like one big, I don't know how well you can see that. It's kind of, well, yeah, it seems like you can see it pretty well. It's like one big panel, but almost seems to control as 2 buttons. I guess it's just 2 buttons. I just don't know why it's cut out like that. This presumably is the on and off switch. I'm not sure where I put in the batteries, because I know it does take 2 AA batteries. I don't know. I'll have to find that out. It feels nice. Let me grab my Xbox controller to see if it feels as heavy. All right, and you can see here it's about the same size as the Xbox One controller. The Xbox One controller feels a little bit heavier, though I haven't put the batteries in this one yet, in the Steam controller yet. This doesn't. I'm not actually using batteries in the Xbox One controller. I'm using a charge pack, but that probably adds a little bit of weight. I like the feel of it. It's going to be weird with only one joystick and these trackpads, but I'm going to give it a shot and we'll see what happens. Alright, so I'm going to try to get this started now, and I will end this video with testing it out. I'm going to try to do an HD capture the same way we do our Let's Plays for it. If that doesn't work, then I'll just set up this camera and aim it at the TV and talk, but hopefully the capture will work. Alright guys, so as you can see, this is not an HD capture, so that didn't work with I used an Elgato machine, or I'm sorry, capture device to use consoles. It did not work for this, which is a real bummer for me. I was hoping we could do more PC Let's Plays, and I still think we might be able to if I capture straight from the PC. I'm sure there's a workaround. I'm just going to have to play around a bit more and figure this stuff out. But anyway, as you can see, I was able to load up Marvel Heroes here, and it looks really, really good. It looks just as good as it does on my PC. I should say I don't have a, great gaming PC or anything. It's just kind of middle of the road. It's okay. And this looks exactly the same as it does when I play it on PC. I'm using the Steam controller, which I purposely picked this game because this is a game not made for controllers at all. So I wanted to see how well it translates. So far, pretty much all I've been able to figure out how to do is move around, which it's not great, but that's probably just going to come with time. I'm sure there's a way to make it work. I just need to play around with it some more. Let's see, the setup process was actually pretty easy. I did almost all of it automatically, updated the firmware all by itself, which I guess is not surprising considering it's Valve. It was able to find my Steam client real easy. I just put in my password and I was off to the races. I am using, I should say, a wired Ethernet connection rather than Wi-Fi. If I used Wi-Fi, it probably wouldn't run this smoothly. The Steam controller is interesting. Right now, kind of the defaults, the movement is mapped to the right touchpad, which, which is over here, the right side, haha, go figure. Which makes some sense because you use your mouse in your right hand when you use the PC, but it's tough for me to get used to moving with that, considering I'm a console guy. And the joystick in this game, oh wait, no, the joystick can move me forward and nothing else. I can't turn, I can't go backwards. Okay, that's odd. But, as I said, this game's not made for this. That's why I wanted to test it out. Let's see what else. I think that's all I got to tell you right now. Overall, the streaming thing, the capturing thing is really a bummer for me, for our channel. It's probably a workaround. I'll have to play with it, figure it out some more. Maybe people who are more familiar with PC stuff can help me out in the comments. I'm sure there's some other things I want to tell you. The controller does feel nice in my hands, though. I do like that. There's little motors, I guess, underneath the trackpads that kind of make it feel like an old, like an iPod type of thing, where it'll give you a little bit of feedback. It's not huge, but it's kind of nice. Yeah, I was impressed with the setup process. I was able, and am able, I guess I should say, to pretty much stream anything on my PC, my entire desktop pretty much, to my TV now if I get out of Steam big picture mode. But I have a dual monitor setup, and it looks pretty crappy right now, doing it that way just by default. There's probably a way just to get it to show one screen without too much of a hassle, and it'll look better. But that is nice that to have that option that I could, you know, put anything I want from my PC on my TV now. I'll have to play around with it a little bit, and if you have just a single monitor setup, it's probably not that hard. I think that's all I really got to show you right now. I'm looking forward to playing with this thing some more. It's going to take some getting used to, especially this weird controller. And this game in particular is the main PC game I play. Also XCOM, Enemy Unknown, and then XCOM 2. I'm certain this will work great for that because that's a slower paced game. You know, it's turn-based. I have no doubt that will be fantastic. This one though is all I can do is move around. That's why you know, you're not going to see me jumping in any levels because I don't know how to do any of my attacks or anything right now. I'll tell you what, I'll jump into there's like a training area here, and we'll see if I can do anything at all. This is not easy right yet, but this is my very first time trying it out. Okay, let's see. What would be my main... Okay, hang on, which attack was that? Alright, so the triggers are my mouse buttons. That's why right trigger is able to move, and I guess do my primary attack if I can. There you go. It's going to be tough to aim at somebody. My left trigger does that secondary attack. For all those other ones, okay, my bumpers control zoom, so that's like my scroll wheel on my mouse. Whoa, the back paddles, I guess that's my C button, because that's what, when I play on my PC, that brings that up. Okay. That's one of the back paddles, the left back paddle. The right back paddle doesn't seem to do anything. Clicking in on the trackpads doesn't seem to do anything. Alright, the face button, Y, did that attack. Which I think is mapped to the Y. No, I don't know what button that's mapped to on my PC. And the X button does nothing. So the only face buttons, as far as in this game anyway, I can just do that. I'm sure I can remap it. Oh, okay. That didn't attack. I just clicked into my joystick there, and that did my first attack, which I think is the A button on the PC, I believe. Okay, but that's just a little bit playing around. Gonna have to do a lot more before I feel comfortable like this, but I'm sure it can be done. These are just my first impressions. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Please sub. I know this video wasn't very funny or anything, but some of our other videos are, I hope. So sub, tell your friends. There you go. Hey jerks, this is Johnny Vinyl. And if you like the video you just watched, you can click right here to see our next one. And you can click on this part of our professional green screen. And you'll subscribe, and you'll never miss one of our videos.
Shit, my arm's getting tired. God damn it. Shit.
Dude.
My arm...